Stirring the Daybreak coffee from Wegmans with chopsticks using the Vortex method. The only true way to optimize the taste of your coffee. At the molecular level. Morning, welcome to the Daybreak Show. I am the Sultan. We'll get started. But first, Daybreak coffee from Wegmans. Stirred with, I forgot to say, the K-Bar chopsticks. Now that I got permanent chopsticks as opposed to, the bamboo disposable chopsticks, which I initially bought like a pack that was like this. It was like a restaurant pack. I like my disposable chopsticks. You know what's interesting about them is there is just enough texture on the chopstick where the food doesn't slip out, like when you go to grab the food. Interesting, right? K-Bar chopsticks. Well, let's have the coffee.
Nice.
Few things I want to talk about today that are super important. Let's talk about momentum. Momentum is defined as mass in motion. Think about it. I'm going to give you two specific examples of things in motion. Let me just finish this definition. All objects, people, and relationships have mass. If they are moving, then they have momentum. When there is great momentum, the entity is hard to stop. Without momentum, it doesn't take much to stop it. Key points. Momentum is the single most reliable predictor of the lifespan of that mass in motion. Objects, people, relationships. Remember the days of jump-starting a car? Remember that? Some of you old heads. You get out of the car, you put it in neutral. You put it in neutral, you get out of the car. This is for manual shift cars. And you're pushing it, or you get a friend to help you push it. Then you jump in the car, pop it in gear, pop the clutch, and it starts. But you needed to get that vehicle moving a little bit, and then it would start. It needed momentum. But you pushed it just enough so it would turn over the engine. It needed momentum. If you're pushing it really fast and then try to stop it, imagine pushing a car, getting it rolling, or down a hill, and then try to stop it. You can't stop it. Why? Because now the momentum, the weight of the car is now stronger than you are. The weight of the car, the mass in motion, is stronger than you are. It's unstoppable. It's hard to stop. Relationships. When you start relationships, you need to get that mass, or the relationship, in motion and make it hard to stop. Is your relationship easy to stop? Or is it rolling so strongly and it has such weight, such critical mass that nothing can stop it? Gentlemen, can a rich, good-looking man influence your woman to walk away from you or take a chance? Or as some people say, he was hot, I was drunk, and one thing led to another. How easy to kill or easy to stop is your relationship? What is the vulnerable point in your relationship? What is the Achilles heel of your relationship? As I look around the house, and if I did a safety audit of my home, what would be the easiest way to get in this house? Why do I lock the front door when I can go to a window that's not latched? I lock the front door, yet thieves don't come in front doors. They come in through side doors. They come in through the back. They come in through cellar windows. They come in through windows that aren't latched. In your relationship, what is the equivalent of a side door or a cellar door in your relationship? What can come in and take what is yours? Now, some people would say, if she is takeable, then she wasn't really yours. I get that. There's always temptations out there. There will always be great-looking men. There's always better opportunities. There's always richer men. There's always men that can create a nicer lifestyle for your woman. How committed is she? What kind of momentum do you have? Is your relationship hard to stop or easy to stop? Think about the concept of hard to kill. In the past year and a half, we saw that it took nothing but a fucked up, convoluted flu, cold kind of thing to kill some people. They were easy to kill, easy to fuck up. Your immune system is like locking all the damn windows in your house. If something happens to get in, it gets attacked and put down. That's why you might feel a little bit crappy. Maybe your immune system is working at fighting something. Does your relationship have an immune system that's working all the time? What is the side window, the side door, the cellar window in your money situation? Is your money secure? Are your relationships secure? Is your body and health secure? What momentum do you have? Are you hard to kill or easy to kill? Are you hard to hurt or easy to hurt? I don't have all the answers, but I sure as hell have most of the questions that I will ask you. You have to answer those things yourself. If you are the head of a household or you live alone, it is your responsibility to keep everyone under your roof safe, including you. So get a personal firearm, get licensed, get trained. Cops only arrive with cameras and body bags when a crime has been committed. They don't keep the bad guys away from you. I don't care, and the bad guys don't care if you don't believe in gun ownership. Never be a victim if you can help it. Every potential suspect needs to know that they picked the wrong target, the wrong house, the wrong zone, and they need to know it quickly. They need to know it quicker than they will enact it on you. Bad guys don't expect you to fight back. What if a bad guy comes in your window, he's halfway in the window, then he hears a shotgun or a bolt action gun? He's going to think twice, isn't he? What if he hears the growling of a dog? Do you see what I'm saying? Many will say it takes money to make money. In many cases, that is true. That is true. But it takes courage and a little bit of crazy to make money. It is documented that 70% of the fortunes made in the past 50 years, and I will venture to say 60 to 70 years, have been made by people who brought nothing to the table but risk. Literally, you encounter businesses and products and services every day that were started with nothing but someone's balls, their risk. Going against the tide, going against people that said, nah, you shouldn't do it. Why don't you just get a job? I can't believe you quit your job to do that. Think about everything that your hands touch today, including software, and think about the people, think about this, think about the people who started that thing. Were they capitalized? Some were, most weren't. Most of them had nothing but a little bit of desperate situation going on in their life, a little bit of darkness, a little bit of do or die, a little bit of ride or die, and big balls and a lot of risk. Period. I work with people like that every day. You know, in my coaching, this is so funny. I only work with 10 to 12 people. I can't believe I used to friggin' have 30 people. I actually had a caseload of 30 people full-time in my full-time work as a therapist, and then at nighttime, twice a week, I'd go to an outpatient center and see anywhere between 2 and 3 people for 1 hour each. Actually, 50 minutes to be exact. So, as much as 35 to 40 people a week. I can't believe. No wonder people are in therapy for years and years and years. Most of the people that I'm coaching now or consulting with, I like to view myself more as a consultant than a coach, have been to therapy, went to counselors, pastoral and professional. And they talk about the past. Yeah, the past makes you feel good, but it doesn't do anything. It doesn't solve your problems. It doesn't get you from B to C. You can have someone get you from A to B, but a good coach helps you get from B to C. That's a fact. So some of the people that I see don't have a PID, a personal independence day, and that's one of the first things that I work on, set dates. So in one sense, I'm kind of like the hard deadlines and accountability coach, and I help you get there. I don't want to ridicule you. I don't want to focus on your past. I want to help you get to that goal. I am going to help you determine if that goal is realistic or not. I don't want to waste my time, and I don't want to waste your time. But the number one thing that everyone who has ever done anything, whether it be the coffee cup that you're touching, the software that you were using on your phone or PC, it all started with risk. People risking their own money, their own time, or other people's money. Think about this. Even if you got capitalized, even if those other people got capitalized and had investors, they were risking someone's money. I love this meme from about, gosh, this is probably about 10 years old. The mommy telling the little boy on the first day of school, remember what I told you, don't even talk to a girl unless you have legal representation. Some people say, gosh, that's pretty dark. I think it's kind of funny, but there's always truth and humor. Think about the funniest comedians that you know. I'm not talking about the quirky, non sequitur types. I'm talking just like your classic stand-up comedian. There is some truth in their humor. Truth and tragedy, right? I feel bad today for men in the sense that there's so many cockblocks out there. A guy could spend a night with a woman, and he has to send her a text, or he waits for her text, and then he screenshots it. Because he knows the next day she could say, I can't believe what we did last night. And then, next thing you know, there's a knock on the door from police saying that they're investigating you for sexual assault. Because she now feels guilty about what she did. And it's her word against your word. So that makes men say, fuck it, I'm out of the game. And then when I look at how men want a pure woman, or the purest woman they can get. And women are riding in the rodeo just like men are these days. So men have to readjust their expectations about purity. A lot of guys will expect a pure woman when they can't offer a pure man. But there is a difference. Let's get real. We say men and women are different. They're different in the way that they handle promiscuity. A guy that's been with 20 women is different. He handles that different, psychologically, spiritually, different than a woman who's been with, injected by, sprayed on by, and rearranged by 20 men. There's a huge difference in that. If men and women are different, then we handle our history different. And we handle things differently, and that stuff surfaces somehow, some way. And it's never pretty. So guys, I totally hear you, 100%. 100%. How do you navigate the sexual marketplace, the relationship marketplace? Is it all about sex? Is it about relationship momentum? Is it about two becoming one? Half of the work that I do is about the one becoming two. Actually, it's more than half now. The men that I work with literally reflect what's going on in society. If half of all marriages end in divorce, which they do, a little more than half of my clientele are divorced men. That is a fact. And they weren't pretty divorces either. Now, I'm 2 decades beyond divorce. Some people don't understand this, but I've learned to say it like this. I had a good marriage, but a bad divorce. Some of you will understand that. Most of you won't understand that. Things get ugly as soon as the legal system is brought in. There's an interview between Rich Cooper and his coach. Coach has been married twice, and the first wife never has to work again for the rest of her life. For the rest of her life. Because the guy is paying alimony and child support. Child support ends, but for the rest of her life, she's taken care of. I am dealing with one guy who is paying $6,000 a month in alimony. I'm dealing with another guy who is paying $13,000 in alimony, and another guy who's paying $30,000 in alimony every single month. Every single month. Holy crap. Those are 3 extreme examples. That's the kind of stuff I work with. Can you imagine writing that check every month? Let's get back to the concept of momentum. Do you have personal momentum in your life? Are you going places? Is your business going somewhere? Are you easy to stop? I found out, and I chose a field, a trade many, many years ago of hair cutting, because I believe a man should have a profession and a trade. Right across the board. Right across the board. I don't care if it's welding or bricklaying or carpentry or watch repair or the most geeked out thing in the world. A man needs a profession and a trade. I will say that till my last dying breath. I used to say I can make money in any economy. Literally, the place where I work, because I went down to, like 1 or 2 days a week cutting hair, which is what I love doing because I don't really have to think that much. It's something that I do extremely well, and I can do without talking. The place where I cut hair, I was shut down for 3.5 months. And they warned, if you do it outside of a salon or barbershop, go to people's houses, you will lose your license. Because the first thing I thought was, I'll just go to people's houses and cut hair. Screw that. If you got, and they were encouraging people to report, the state of Pennsylvania was encouraging people to report those that are cutting hair outside of a barbershop or a salon. So I found out that my trade was so fucking easy to stop or slow down. That is why I go 1 to 2 days a week and can't make a full-time living from it. I feel bad about people who had a chain of shops. I have a friend who has, I think, 8 barbershops with a bunch of guys employed in each one. Not a single one could stay open. Holy shit. Imagine that burden. And guess what? When you take out business loans, those business loans don't slow down because of a fucking pandemic. So, that is why so many people had to pivot in 2020 and 2021. What is your profession? What is your hard-to-kill trade? Is your profession easy to stop, easy to slow down, easy to kill? Again, I don't have all the answers, but I have a hell of a lot of questions, and I can explore them with you if you want. Someone could go into coaching and just be the hard-to-kill coach. If someone wanted to go into that area. Just training people to be more resilient against everything. The economy, the government, the immune system. Think about that. Now there's a great idea. That'll be $5,000, please. And with that, finish your coffee and I'll see you on the next Daybreak Show, your home of sanity, clarity, and reason.
Deep in the shadows, I know it's hard to put one foot in front of the other. So far as the echo, where do we start? You can learn to discover a million stars. Here in the shadows, I know you're scared. Take my hand, together we'll make a stand. We've got to fight to find a way. Dare to fall to find out what to say. No more hate. Just admit that you're just afraid. Time to let go of all your fears and pride. Stand up beside me, don't you hide. We can build a better place. If we can just find a way, then we can live a better day. Rise from the ashes, from the anger, from the war. Let's come together, lift your spirit for the cause. We should be equal, should be living free. All together, one and all, let's build a dream.